Hey y'all, welcome to Alchemist Angel Tarot 444. This is going to be an all signs reading for anybody who's in a disconnection. So, like if somebody ghosted or they're not speaking to you and you're kind of wondering what's on their mind, I'm going to go through the signs starting with Aries to Pisces. And we're just going to see what is on that person's mind. So, whoever is not talking to you right now, or for whoever you're not speaking to, could be either way. Like I said, I'm going to start with Aries and all the way down to Pisces. This is an all signs reading to see what your love interest is thinking or feeling if you are not in contact right now. This is for April 2023, but when this reading finds you, it's timeless, so it is meant for you. If it does resonate with your sign, sun, moon, or rising, or Venus, please let me know. And let me know which one it resonated with most. So, like, if you have a rising sign of Libra and a moon sign of Gemini and a Pisces sign for the sun sign, and you resonate mostly with the Gemini, let me know. So, if you resonate more with your moon sign, your sun sign, I'd love to hear this, like some feedback about that. Okay. I often find that I resonate a lot with my Venus sign, Taurus, and my sun sign, Gemini. So I just like to get some feedback. If you guys are interested, just comment below. I do check the comments and post them later. If you want a personal reading from me, they're in the description box of some of my videos. And you can just contact me through that email. That's the only way you can get a personal reading from me. These messages are divinely guided and protected. So anybody who wishes any ill will upon my viewers or myself or my family, please return to sender. And let's get this started. Okay, here we go with Aries. 3 cards, please, for the person that they are not in contact with. The feelings of the person that they are not in contact with. For Aries. Okay, Aries. So, the person that is not speaking to you right now feels that you did something to them in the past that they're just not over it. They feel like if you come back into their life, or if they let you back in their life, you're just going to kind of come in for a moment and it'll be temporary, make them kind of all the kinds of promises, or say you're going to do this or that and you're not going to, and then you're just going to leave again, you're going to ghost again. So they feel like that all you do is bring turbulence or just like stress into their life, into their energy, and that you just kind of drain their energy. They also feel like maybe this is going to be only for some people though, you might be running from the law if you're coming towards them, or you've gotten yourself into some trouble. They feel like that you think that they may have forgotten about the drama that had happened between the two of you because it's been so long, and they haven't. Clearly, it's still on their mind, and they feel like this is one of the reasons why they're not speaking with you. Or this could be your person cross-watching. So this could be Aries person, and why Aries is not coming towards you for that reason. So yeah, it looks like maybe they've gotten themselves into some kind of a legal trouble here, or like I said, that the person feels that you're only come in just to pretty much take their energy from them and then make promises you're not intending on keeping, and you may have been very unfair in the past, and they just really are not wanting to move forward with any kind of a relationship with you at this point. They don't want to deal with it. You or them kind of misses the other person. You might have children with this person, and maybe that's why you're like, okay, well, when are they coming back to deal with the kids, or see the kids, or you, vice versa, and they're just like, somebody here doesn't even feel that maybe that's not even worth the drama. Yeah, and they feel like there's an unfairness maybe over the kids, like maybe you use your authority, or they use their authority or their will against you for the kids. They use the kids against you. All right, Aries. So that's what I have for you or your person. It could be cross-watcher, so it doesn't have to necessarily have to be how your person feels about you, Aries. It could be the way you feel about the person that you're not in contact with. Okay? So let's see here. Now we're moving on to Taurus. This is for Taurus. The person they're not in contact with at the moment. 3. Give me more than 3. Ooh. Okay, Taurus. So it looks like somebody may have just kind of decided that this relationship, or they just kind of ghosted. It seems like, I'll be honest with you, if they didn't ghost, then they're definitely kind of in and out with the third party situation, maybe, meaning that they have other obligations, other places, whether it be family, taking care of an elderly parent, or taking care of children, even taking care of grown children could be possibly. I mean, work relationships or work obligations that they have to, and so that they don't. The reasons why that they're not talking to you right now is they really feel that they don't have the time to put in. They don't have the time to emotionally connect with you or put into this, and or they're still dealing with somebody from their past, and they may have children with this person. They may be in have had a relationship already. They may have been in a relationship prior to meeting with you or having a relationship with you, or they've had a side relationship going for quite some time. Maybe somebody that they like had a legal separation or were married to at one point in time, and this is kind of like you're the third party. And if not, then maybe vice versa, like you're married and that they're the third party and you're the one not talking to them. Either way, I think somebody has some kind of legal troubles, maybe too, like just some kind of obligations. They might have probation, or they might have to be in a halfway house, or they might have to meet certain requirements, like, what is it when you work for the jail, because swapping out or something like that. They might have something like that, so they just don't really have the time, so they just kind of turn their back on this for right now, because they know that they don't have what it takes to put into a relationship with you at this point. And so rather than explain all this to you, they just kind of went cold on you or turned their back on this. And it's not that they're not deciding to come towards you, because they still stalk you. They still stalk you. They still think about you. They still want to make their way back towards you. They do, but they have other obligations that they have to take care of at this time, Taurus. They have some legal things, or some legal things, or some kind of commitments that they have to really clear up. They also might have a relationship. They may have been in a relationship when they got with you, and you weren't even aware that you were the third party. Like, or they could have been going through a divorce already, and that's still not quite cleared up yet. And so they don't want to come towards you until that they know that they can give to this relationship equally, and the slate is clean. I think that they may have done something that kind of upsets you, maybe too, and they know that, and they're not really ready to face the judgment. All right, Taurus. That's for your person and you that are not in contact. Let's go on to Gemini. Gemini and the person that they're not in contact with, Spirit. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. And the person, 3 cards, that they are not in contact with right now. Gemini. Okay. So the person that you are not in contact with, it may have been something that looked really promising to you. You may have had hoped to have a long-standing relationship with this person. They may have made you feel like that they wanted a commitment with you, and instead they kind of, well, let's see, they didn't really put anything into this relationship. It never really got off the ground, okay? With the Judgment, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Swords, it seems like only one person was putting in here. They may have even gotten with you to try to make somebody else jealous. I'm going to be honest with you. They never communicated that with you, obviously, but at one point in time, they considered telling you the truth or cutting ties with you. But as of right now, they're really not even speaking to you. They may not be telling you that they've had started a new beginning somewhere else, or that they've went back to an ex. So that's might be one of the reasons why they're not talking to you. However, I feel like that it's only a matter of time before they do come forward, because they're still drawn to you. They might have been unfaithful, and you found out and you got really upset, and they don't have to face the music. Either way, they're very passionate about you, and there's not a lot of emotion here, but there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of attraction here, and they still think about you. They want to come towards you. I could see that, whether they went back to this ex or not, or maybe even if they just got with you, they didn't mean to catch feelings for you. I don't think, Gemini. They really didn't, and they feel like crap. I know that I see that they feel like crap here, but at the same time, they don't know how to face you. But their passion and their ego are clashing. They really have this. They have a lot of passion for you, and their ego is trying to tell them, no, we didn't do anything wrong. We don't owe Gemini anything. But I see that their passion is getting the best of them and starting to kind of kill the ego a little bit. They want to come towards you. They want to say something to you. You have a lot of emotion for this person. Now, I don't know if necessarily they have a lot of emotion for you. I'm not saying they don't have any feelings for you, but they certainly weren't prepared to put into this relationship what was going to be necessary for it to work. And I know that they feel like they breadcrumbed you, and you may feel the same way. And for that reason, or cross watchers, you may feel that Gemini did that to you. And for that reason, right there, because they knew that they had not kept their promises, kept their word, and they may have even ghosted for an ex, or even started this relationship just to make an ex jealous, and then went back to them and then realized, you know what? I care for Gemini more than I realized. What I did was wrong, and I really owe them some kind of a communication, some kind of something. And not only do I owe them that, but I yearn for them. They can't get you off their mind. That's what I have for you, Gemini, and the person you're not in contact with. Let's go on to Cancer. Cancer, 3 cards, please. And the person they're not in contact with, Cancer. Ooh, Cancer. Okay, so it looks like to me that this person that you're not in contact with could be a soulmate, for sure, a divine counterpart, or a twin flame. However, they have they're refusing to put any action towards you, or any kind of, they might have chosen another lover. They might have been acting single, and now they're somehow they kind of got, I don't know how this happened, but they may have gotten like, not tricked or forced, but definitely trapped into a relationship outside of your guys' relationship. Like, maybe it could even be as something like a arranged marriage. It could be also like they have another lover, and they work out of town, and they had another lover out of town, so it's more convenient for them to be staying with that person to save money, so they can't really talk to you, so they're just kind of not communicating with you, and they didn't want to tell you that, in order for it's just like it makes more sense for them not to deal with you, because they have to be with this other person, because it's work related. Like, they have to be close to their job, and they're living there and stuff, rather than have the drama or create. And they weren't honest with you about it. It doesn't seem like they said anything to you about this. Also, there could be holding this. I see another storyline here too. Is that somebody feels that, Cancer, you're not the person that they want any longer, though you feel this is a soulmate type, and this might be someone you were with for a long time. They have another lover, for sure, that they have made plans. They haven't had taken any action, but they made plans with this other counterpart to have a life with them outside of you and to cut ties with you. Yeah, they've gotten pretty cold towards you, Cancer, and this other person could be an air sign or another Cancer like yourself. Also, let's see, we've got Gemini, 2 Gemini cards, Aquarius, Libra, another Cancer like yourself, maybe a fire sign. But I feel like that they've been having somebody else that they've chosen to have an emotional connection with, and that they've made plans with to have a future with. I truly believe that that's for the most part of your guys' stories. And they just kind of gone cold on you, and rather than being honest and communicating this, they just kind of distance themselves. They may have told you that they don't want to be with you anymore. They didn't tell you anything about this other lover, this other partner that they're planning to be with. That's all I got for you, Cancer, for the person that's not in contact with you. I'm going to switch decks now. We're going on to Leo. And the person they're not in contact with, or that's not in contact with them. Leo. Three cards, please. Okay, Leo. So it seems like the timing just wasn't right for you and this person that you're not in contact with. You or them wasn't quite ready for the commitment. You weren't ready to quite take that leap of faith. And as it be, somebody still had a lot of inner work to do. Somebody still needed to get some like child behaviors out of their system, and it just was. It's a matter of time, I think, before you and this person come back together. They maybe had a commitment they were dealing with from the past, still a marriage, even somebody that they have been with off and on for a while, and they weren't quite ready to completely disconnect from that relationship. And for whatever reason, you may have brought up some fears and some just some worries some insecurities that they had, and you might have brought those to the surface, and it kind of gave them cold feet on going forward with a commitment with you. I feel like that they truly do want to be with you, but at the same time, they disconnected from this relationship because of either a past person that they're still connected to, feeling an obligation to that person and not quite willing to take the risk in this relationship. But no matter what this situation is, I feel like divine timing is going to bring you and this person back together. It's only a matter of time. You may have not felt like that this was worth all the risk. You may have felt like that this person wasn't serious about you. They weren't really going to give you the commitment you desired. You might have a lot of differences in your morals and values. But I feel like also that there could have been a money issue. You or them feel like they didn't have enough money. There could be some issues with addictions and just bad behaviors, past people coming in between you guys, a lot of naysayers or just drama, just a lot of things I don't think either one of you were prepared for in this relationship, and it just kind of gave somebody here cold feet, and they just kind of ran from the connection, or somebody pushed somebody away from this connection, and they may have went back towards somebody from their past that they felt more stability or security with, though that they don't feel as passionate about that person. They still have less fears. Feel more stable and more comfortable, and so but I feel like you and this person are definitely going to be coming back together, because I see here that it's not really up to it's three major arcana here. It's not really up to you or them. The universe has chosen this person for you to learn some kind of a lesson, or to chosen them as a soulmate, a divine counterpart for the rest of your life, maybe even. Either way, this person and you have unfinished business here. So whoever you're not speaking with right now, let them figure out what they're doing on their own. Don't try to force anything, and just work on yourself. And then I think eventually you guys will come back together for another chance at a new commitment. Okay, that's what I got for you, Leo. Excuse me. All right, so on to, let's see, Leo, Virgo. Three cards, please, for Virgo and the person they're not speaking to. Okay, so Virgo, there could be actually two men in your life. One, I would say, is more little bit older than you, maybe real stable and has hardworking, has a good paying job, or just real dependable person, like likes the nature, likes to do the things you like to do, very educated or just well versed in a lot of areas of life. But you're having a really hard time choosing between this person and another, and a fire sign who's real passionate. Maybe you're really sexually attracted to them. Maybe the sex is really good. But I really feel like the reason why you're not talking to the person you're not talking to is because you're either with one of these two people and having a hard time deciding between the two of them, or you're not talking to either one of them because you need some time to yourself right now to be able to choose between these two. And this, if you're a male, this could be two females, but it also could be, if you're a male, Virgo, it could be because you have you have your passions and your hobbies, and then you have your job and your security, and you really don't have the time in between for a relationship. So you may have ghosted, or you're not speaking to somebody right now because you don't really have the time. You feel like there's so many other areas, more important areas to be putting in your life. And so, yeah, you may also feel like that somebody you were speaking to, if you're a male or masculine Virgo, you may have felt like this person was manipulating and just maybe seeing other people, and you chose your work and your hobbies over this relationship and kind of ghosted, or they, if you're a female Virgo, I think that you've had a choice between two men and you're having a hard time choosing which one to go towards, or you're with one and you're not speaking to the other because you're with the other. And that's why you are not in contact with the person that you are not in contact with right now. Okay, so that's for Virgo. Going on to, let's see, who are we going on to next? Libra. Right? Is that right? Yes, Libra. Libra, three cards, please, for the Libra and the person they're not in contact with. Libra. Okay, so Libra, somebody here and may just decided that they didn't want to take a chance on you. They felt like you kept any secrets. They felt like there was not a lot of equal give and take here. You may feel it the opposite way, or you may feel that way about them. That somebody was not telling the truth about something, that they were kind of keeping things hidden. I feel like that money is an issue here too. You're just reason why you and somebody else is not talking is because you really feel that you really feel that this person was holding back and not willing to put in, I guess, in this relationship financially, emotionally, and you just felt like that they weren't willing to take a risk with you. Maybe they had other connections or other, you were wondering if maybe they had somebody else. Okay, I feel like you might have been wondering if they had somebody else on the side, or if they were what kind of secrets they were keeping, and you just felt like this person always gives themselves more credit than they deserve. They're always saying that they put so much in, but you don't really see that. You don't see what you put. They don't see what you put in. You kind of feel like you. So you're just kind of done speaking to this person as of right now. You're like, keep your secrets. I don't really give a damn. You know what I mean? I wasn't really trying to be with you anyways. It's kind of like your ego just talking, but I feel like that's kind of where you're at in your headspace. Just like, whatever. I don't want to even know. I don't want your secrets. I never really wanted to take no kind of leap of faith with you anyways. I didn't really feel like you put in as much as you claim to put in. You give yourself too much credit. It's kind of how I feel, Libra, here with you. It's just like kind of where you're at. You're just like, you know what? I'm just going to take my passion and my fine body and I'm just gonna go on and do other things. I'm not even gonna worry about you. So I don't really feel like you're fretting too much over the distance or the non-communication at this time. Um, as for them, I feel like they're trying to stand strong too. I feel like they think it was a third party situation. Like you were never really going to choose them. You had a lot of secrets as well. So that's kind of where I feel like you're at with the person you're not in contact with right now, Libra. Kind of just doing your own thing, like whatever. Keep your secrets, keep your bullshit. I didn't care anyways. Well, we always say that, but how true is that, right? We wouldn't be watching tarot if we didn't care, right? Okay, this is for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. So somebody's just not talking to you, refusing to communicate with you, refusing to tell you about what their plans are, or be honest with you. You're really heartbroken right here. So somebody that you're really, really had a lot of feelings for, that you love dearly, you have, they've really been holding back from you. This kind of being snotty, like acting like they're better than you, acting like they're too good, acting like they don't want to talk to you, like they have nothing to say to you. And it doesn't matter how much you've tried to communicate with them or tried to get messages through to them. They're just absolutely turned their back on any kind of communication with you. And they feel like you've lied to them as well, that you were lying and withholding information. There might have been some distance between you guys at some point in time. And that was like created or caused you guys. So during this separation is kind of what I see here. And there's been a lot of heartbreak here. You guys had high hopes for having you guys had a lot of emotions for each other at one point in time, and you guys had plans of having a family together and just like really living out the life together. But for whatever reason, there's been kind of a separation here, and during the separation, somebody's gone silent and just refusing to partake in this at all, and withholding not only just their communication, but their feelings as well, and not letting you know that they even care for you at all. And it's really caused you a lot of pain, Scorpio, I think. And if that's not Scorpio, it's definitely the cross watcher. That Scorpio has withheld communication from you, and you feel like maybe they've lied to you about some things, and are holding secrets, and just like no longer wanting to put in this relationship anymore. And but they're not really willing to say that as well, so they can't say later, well, I never said I didn't want to be with you. Oh, well, pretty much you did when you didn't say anything at all, right? All right, Scorpio, that's kind of what I got for you and the person you're not in communication with right now. Moving on to Sagittarius and the person that you're not in communication with right now. Sagittarius. Oops. Well, that just came jumping out. Could be another fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. That you're not in communication with right now. Ooh. So, Sagittarius. I feel here, the reason why you're not in communication with somebody else is because they feel that you have been manipulative and not completely honest, that you've been trying to play two sides of the field with somebody, between somebody else and them. That maybe that you were a soulmate, a divine masculine who's just standing in his shadow side. They may feel like that you chose somebody else over them, like and so they are just standing in their power, refusing to put any more into this relationship, but seeing you as a manipulator or a game player, or just somebody who's really manipulative and controlling, and just you want things your way. But it's like, when I'm okay, what you do is fine, but I can't do what you do, but you can do it just fine. It's like they don't see any two-way street here. Like that's probably gonna have the reason then they're not communicating with you, or they're not communicating with you because you went silent, because you have chosen to be somewhere else, because you felt like this person was given to somebody else, or being manipulative and lying and controlling and possessive and insecure, and you're just fed up with it. So it could be a crosswatcher's read, Sagittarius, but this could definitely be your read. I just feel like that there's two people here. I feel like both of you one more than the other. I think, especially if you're a male Sagittarius, you may definitely have been breadcrumbing somebody in one relationship and somebody else in another relationship, and you're kind of going back and forth, giving to one and going ghost on the other, and then giving to the other and going ghost on the other. I feel like it's something that you've been doing for a while, and they're well aware of it at this point. Now, if you're a female or feminine Sagittarius, I feel like you felt like somebody betrayed or chose somebody else over you, and then tried to manipulate the situation or put the blame off on you, like if you had done something wrong, when really they were just trying to pick both sides of the fields and playing games, and you really had high hopes and thought really highly of this person. You really thought this was your divine counterpart, like this was your forever. You might have known this person for a really long time, but now you're just walking away from this. I don't know if when you guys will be communicating again. I mean, I think there will be communication again, but not right away. I see some of you even going ahead and moving forward, or being reluctant to stay in an unhealthy relationship with somebody, and not even speaking to this person that's still on your mind, because you chose to stay in a toxic relationship rather than be with the person that you actually are thinking about but not talking to, if that makes any sense. All right, Sagittarius. So now we're going to be moving on to Capricorn. And I'm going to switch decks. We got Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces coming up. This is for Capricorn, for the person that they're not in contact with. Ooh. Person that's not talking to you right now. Oh, jeez. What? They may be messaging you. I mean, there's might be somebody who's not really just not talking to you much. If they're not talking to you, they're definitely spying on you. But I think that you know that they have other lovers. They're kind of playing the field. They're not really serious about this relationship at this point. I think intuitively you know that they may be gambling or dabbling in addiction, or just have a really hedonistic attitude towards life, and just a high sex drive. I feel like they're still messaging you. They might message you a lot and then just go silent. And this is like in spurts, it seems like, Capricorn. So like if you reach out to them, you might not get a reply back to them from them for quite some time. And but then when you are with them, they'll want to go through your phone or ask you all kinds of questions about what you're doing, but it kind of makes you wonder what they're doing. I think intuitively you already know. So when you're not in contact with this person, you can imagine what they're doing. I think you're pretty well aware of it. Yeah. So I don't think that they completely ghost you or just not in contact with you, but I think that it goes in spurts. And during the times when they're not in contact, I'm sure you have an idea that they're out playing many games with many people and doing many things that they probably shouldn't be doing. And I don't know why I feel like that maybe you feel like this is acceptable, or like that you maybe that they they owe you this or something like that. I feel this is strange. Like maybe you feel like, well, I've done it to them, so I guess it's only right that they could do it back, or you felt like, oh, this is kind of the way this relationship always has gone, and I'm used to the toxicity, so it's okay. I don't know. That's kind of what I feel like. You're just okay with it. It's like, yeah, they go back and forth between me and other people all the time, and that's fine as long as I'm just getting mine when I get mine. I mean, if that's your attitude, I guess it's a positive way of looking at it, but I don't know, Capricorn. All right, you guys, moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius and the person that they're not in contact with? Okay, so Aquarius, if there's somebody you haven't been speaking to, it could be a family member. It could be somebody, yeah, it feels like family more than it does a relationship. It could be a relationship though. It feels like a family member or an old friend, somebody you were real close with at some point in time. whatever, there might have been something that happened between the two of you, that like some kind of a money deal or business deal, or just something that they may have said something about your business or about your family, or something behind your back and really hurt your feelings, and really just you felt very betrayed by this person. They might have done it for attention. They might have said it like on social media. I don't feel like this is a relationship, but it could be. But I feel like something was said on social media, or something was said with intent to get back to you and hurt you, and it did just that. And so you're not really speaking to this person. You're just like, I ain't got nothing to say to this motherfucker. So I just kind of think that's where you're at right now, Aquarius. Yeah, you expecting an apology from this person. You feel like you've done a lot for this person, and they just showed you no love and no respect, and you didn't. It was kind of blindsided you. You didn't know where this came from. I don't really feel like this is a love relationship that I'm picking up on right here for Aquarius. Sorry, you guys. If you were expecting a love relationship you're not in contact with, but I don't feel like that's the case here. It could have been a family member or a really close friend or a business partner who just like blasted your stuff, your personal shit out on social media, and you're just like, you know what, fuck you. So excuse my language, but that's kind of where I feel like you're at, Aquarius. Okay, so moving on to Pisces. This is for the person you're not in contact with, and what they're thinking right now, or what you're thinking about them, and why you're not in contact. Pisces. Well, there you are, Pisces. So Pisces is completely refusing to engage with this at all anymore. You're just like, I know the secrets you've been keeping, and I'm not playing your little effing game anymore. You know, you thought that I'm a fool, but I'm a Pisces. I'm intuitive. I've known all along. Just because I don't say it doesn't mean I didn't know. Or this could be the way that they're thinking about you. Oh, Pisces, you thought you were being so slick, but I knew all along. You tried to lie to me, but little did you know that I stopped putting into this relationship and working on in this relationship a while back, because I kind of planned on ghosting you because of your lies or your betrayal and your secrets. And I had already gotten the clarity I needed, and so I don't have any plans to even speak to you at any given time. And they're waiting for you to be willing to put in the work and make all the effort to come towards them. Or this could be your person thinking that about you. Like, you could be thinking that about them, that, you know what, I'm just fed up with you. You thought I didn't know, but I knew the whole time. I was waiting for you to want to get honest and work on this with me, and get clear. But you couldn't do that. You couldn't man up and just do that. So you know what? I have nothing left to say to you. I'm just going to go and rest and recover and heal from this. And I'm going cold on your ass. And that's that. Because of something that they have done that you knew about. You already knew about it. But you gave them the benefit of the doubt. You gave them a chance. You asked them. They refused to be honest. They refused to work on this. They refused to make any kind of forward movement in this. And you knew the truth the whole time. And you just kept silent for a while. And then when you like gave them the chance that here's your one out, they didn't take it. So you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm working on me now. I'm not working on this anymore. All right, Pisces, that's what I got. So this is what I have for all signs for the person you're not in contact with in the situationships, relationships for the person you're not in contact with. Thank you guys for joining me at Alchemist Angel Tarot 444. Have a good one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.